January, my mother was visited by two gentlemen who told her that they had met my father at one of the refugee camps in Germany, and that my father had sent word through them for my mother to give them money for my father. And my mother had said, I don't have that kind of money. You know, my husband would never have asked for that money. And the guy said, well, we had a letter from him, but we lost it crossing the border. So my mother, being the charitable person she was, she gave him some money because he said he needed money to go to visit his wife in Bratislava. So she gave him some money for the train, and she gave him a change of clothing and fed him. And then later that day, he returned with another gentleman and again asked her for more money. She said she didn't have any more, and with that he said, well, you will regret this decision. And he left. Next thing you know, my mother was arrested January 25th and was detained in Pankráts in solitary confinement for 2 months. At that time, we didn't know this story when we were here in the States. My family didn't really talk about what they went through in Czechoslovakia. My mother never spoke about it, and my father very rarely spoke about it. But later, through my brother's investigations in the archives, he found this story about these two guys who visited my mother and tried to basically shake her down and blackmail her. Well, instead of going to Bratislava, what they did was they went to the local bar, got drunk, and started bragging about how they go back and forth from Czechoslovakia to Germany, and naturally there were spies there, communist spies, and they were arrested. When they were arrested, they mentioned my mother giving them aid, and as a result of that, my mother was arrested. All along we thought, prior to this story coming out, that my mother was detained there because of my father. But they had come to arrest my father the morning of October, I think October 7th in '49. They didn't find him there, and my mother claimed to them that she had no knowledge of where my father was, that he left for work that morning and never returned. So in a way, they were not looking for her because of my father, but they arrested her because she aided these two guides or blackmailers.